Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought I would continue the little series that we have going right now with like 5 self-tanners that blah blah blah. Today's is all about 5 self-tanners that did not work for me. I thought it was only fair to include some self-tanners that I really had hoped I would like, but ended up not really loving. So yeah. This isn't the only 5 that I found haven't worked for me, but this is just 5 that popped out at me in my little self-tan collection that I have here. So it's 5 that I'm going to talk about. Before we get into all that though, please make sure to give this a big thumbs up for me and please subscribe to my channel if you love anything self-tan, makeup, house, lifestyle, clothing related, then you are in the right place. I love all those girly things and I love sharing that with you. So please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and not missing out. Join the family. But if you want to see 5 self-tanners that didn't work for me, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay guys, so as usual, I'm not really going in any kind of order. I'm just grabbing one and telling you what about it didn't work for me. So the first self-tanner, to preface, I have 3 body self-tanners and then 2 facial self-tanners. So I guess I could start with the facial self-tanners because I see them right here. The first one I have is the Bondi Sands Technicolor Emerald for a deep olive tone. This is the facial self-tan. I actually really enjoyed the magenta and the caramel ones of this, but I feel like specifically this one and the blue one, the sapphire one, didn't really get me much of any color. Like I feel like I put them on my face, I let them develop overnight, and then I woke up the next morning and nothing really happened. So they were a little bit disappointing in that aspect. Like I don't want to spend money and then not see any result. So that's the main reason that this one is on here. I think with the magenta and the caramel ones, I did see more of a result. And the other thing, for some reason, these Technicolor facial self-tans were breaking me out a little bit too, which I was so sad about because I love the idea. Like I love the packaging. I love the concept of like pulling it out of here and then twisting. It looks like a big crayon. I think it's so cute, but the actual result was pretty underwhelming. And it does say like apply a generous amount onto your face. I just feel like you shouldn't have to get an actual result. Like there's so many facial self-tanners out there where you can apply just a little bit or like a normal amount and you'll see more than enough of a result. This one, I felt like I applied a ton of product and it still wasn't exactly that big of a difference or really much of a difference at all. So that is why I don't love this one. If you're gonna go for one, go for magenta or caramel, but the emerald and the sapphire were not it for me. Next up, and I'm sure if you guys have been with me for a while, you knew this was coming. This is the Bondi Sands. Oh, I just realized both of these are Bondi Sands. I'm sorry. I love Bondi Sands as a brand and I love so many of their self-tanners. These 2 just really didn't work for me and I swear I did not realize they were both Bondi Sands until now. So this is the self-tanning face mist 1 Hour Express. Oh my goodness, you guys. I remember when I first put this on and I looked myself in the face, my jaw dropped. I was like, what is this? First of all, it burned my eyes so bad and it kind of was like burning my face a little bit too. The sprayer, not good. It was like so awkward to use. The spray was like spitting big chunks out at me and I feel like the result didn't really give me much of an even tan. It was memorable in the sense that I remember how bad it was and how much I didn't like it when I tried it, but it's not memorable for me in the result that I got from it. So I will leave this one at that. I feel like I've tried so many self-tanners that were much better than this one for the face. So this one definitely did not work for me. Next up, we're moving on to the 3 body self-tanners. So you guys know I love Isle of Paradise as a brand. I feel like pretty much all of their self-tanners are so good. It's just one of those self-tanner brands that I feel like any self-tanner you try, you know you're gonna get a really beautiful result from it. That was not the case with this one for me, and I'm so sad and I was so shocked when I tried it. It's the Isle of Paradise Self-Tanning Butter with color correcting actives to even skin tone. Hello Golden Glow. So I should have mentioned the Bondi Sands Technicolor is 1.69 ounces and the spray one is 2.36 ounces. If I don't remember pricing, it's because these self-tanners didn't work for me. I'll have them linked in the description just in case, but none of them are really recommendations. But anyways, this is 6.76 ounces. It's the standard size. This I did not like the result of at all. I applied it and then the next day I felt like it was so streaky, so splotchy, so patchy everywhere, and it looked a little bit orangey on me, if I'm being honest. Like I wanted to love this one so bad because again, I just love Isle of Paradise self-tanners so much, but this one was not it for me. I could not get past the streakiness and I had to apply quite a bit of product to get it blended in to get the result, but the result that I got was definitely not a good one, so I don't recommend. Maybe this could work as like a self-tan extender, but still I feel like the streakiness I got, I just would not recommend this one if I'm being totally honest. So this one definitely did not work for me. And then next up, I chose this one because I feel like I tried this pretty recently and it's I Want the Darkest Tan Possible by b.tan, but this comment goes for most b.tan self-tanners that look like this, like the mousse ones. So again, this is the I Want the Darkest Tan Possible. So all of these little cubes are shaded in because this is supposed to give you a very deep tan. 6.7 ounces, standard size, but I feel like this one, I was so sad because I tried it and then when it was time to wash it off, I feel like I hardly got any color, and I feel like that's the case with a lot of b.tan self-tanners for some reason, like the ones that are like this, the mousses. The gel one that went viral, that one worked really well for me actually, and I think I mentioned it in another video of self-tanners that I liked. But this one and a lot of the mousse ones from b.tan, I just feel like they all, like in the title, sound like they're gonna give you so much color. Like especially this, I Want the Darkest Tan Possible. Of course I do, like that's exactly what I want, but did I get it? No. I feel like it was a very disappointing result when you hear a title like that. I felt like it got me like, maybe like, not light, leaning more towards medium, but definitely on the cusp. So I feel like I didn't really get much color from it, and I was expecting a lot out of it because it sounds like it's gonna give you a lot of color. So I was just disappointed, and I feel like a lot of times I'm excited to try another b.tan self-tanner and give it another shot, and pretty much every time the same thing happens. Like I'm like, dang it, I didn't really get much color at all. So that is why this one is on the list. I feel like it didn't do as much as I was hoping it was going to, so I think you can spend your money better with other self-tanners. I know these are very affordable, but I do think that the gel b.tan self-tanner is really good. Tanologist is a little bit higher, but kind of in a similar price range, and those are always a good self-tanner to choose, so I would recommend that over this, but this just did not work for me. And then last but not least, Tan Luxe, the Express Water Hydrating Self-Tan Water, 6.76 ounces, standard size. I just feel like a lot of Tan Luxe products don't work for me. There was the Paris Hilton spray one that I mentioned in like a lot of other videos because I love that one. But most other Tan Luxe products, and including this one just stood out to me today, didn't work. I feel like the same thing. I didn't really get too much color out of it, and I feel like the fact that it's clear makes it really hard to see where you're applying the product, and then it comes out streaky. So I prefer a color guard, or if it's gonna be clear, I like it when they're very hydrating and very like wet, just like the Tan Luxe Paris Hilton one, because with that one, it was clear, but I could still see exactly where I was putting it. With this one, I feel like I couldn't, so I would end up with streaks, and especially for someone that is not self-tanning every single week, you might end up with some streaks. So that is why I have this one on here too. I just feel like all 5 of these were not really my favorite, were not really memorable. I probably would I wouldn't use any of these again, but I do think all of these brands have so many other self-tanners that will work for you and that will give you a good result. So I know I mentioned a few, but those are my 5 that didn't work. That's my reasoning for why they didn't work. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment and let me know what you think about my choices. Let me know if there's another kind of video idea for this series that you want me to do, or if there's another self-tanner you want me to try. I feel like there's kind of a standstill on new self-tanners coming out, so I am waiting for a new one that I could try. Let me know. Give this a huge thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, but stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next video.